Hello everyone, welcome on in. Hope everyone's having a good day. It started off chilly here, and last time I looked I think it was up to 66, but it's windier than windy out there. I put some clothes out to dry and I thought, ooh, better be clipping these down and really making sure they stay. Alright, what is my... Hey Tina. I don't know what my phone's doing, something weird again. Come on. So, as you can see in front of me, I have a ghost. And I don't think you can see the cat there, but I also have a broom. And I'm going to take these off. I'm going to try to set these here and hopefully not knock them over. But it has a hat, a witch's hat. So it's a ghost that's a witch. And I want to do the hat first because I have some material here that I want to attempt to put on here to give it some dimension and cut it out. And that's going to take a little bit. So I thought, let's get that done first. And see how this all rolls. Hopefully it rolls well. Almost stuck my finger in it. Might have to put some more heat on here to get it to hold better, because I'm using the thin little strips of glue here and they kind of dry up faster, or I think it does. All right. Oh my goodness, and I can't get it to stick where I want it to, so that could be a problem too. Hi, Steph. How are you? We are doing a ghost witch. And I am putting some fabric on the witch's hat to give it some dimension. But I want to make sure it's staying down. So I'm adding a little more glue to here before I start trimming and cutting. I think I got it, so we'll see. But I thought, you know, the witch's hat needs a little more something something instead of just like painting or using markers. I see a spot that needs some more glue. Now that's not it. It's still got some cutting to do. And hopefully, the one day I was finishing up some stuff after my live and I did a oops, cut myself. I thought, good thing it wasn't on my live. I need a little tiny pair of scissors. I don't think these are going to be much better, but we're going to give it a try. Oh, it did. It actually did better. Whoop, whoop. Now, I could have tried cutting all this out beforehand, but what's the fun in that? Y'all don't get to see it, right? Do need the little glue here. Hi, Judy. Thanks for throwing snowballs. I appreciate it. I can't believe we're getting so close to the end of October already. But in some aspects, I'm kind of okay with that, because then the faster we get done with the fall and winter, then we're into spring. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. Now, I may wind up having to do a little more trimming on here, but we shall see. So this fabric I just had around, and I did get it from Wally World. Though I saw someplace where it felt like it needed some more glue. I'm using this one, the little one, because it doesn't put out as much glue, where the bigger glue gun will put out a whole big gob, so to speak. So I like using this one. And I don't think, I might be able to get in there still. I want to cut this little, it's got like a little curl thing here. So I'm trying to get in here. Thanks, Judy. So here's how it's looking so far. Maybe I can see a piece right here that needs to... Could you tell it was cold this morning? I put on a little thermal here. Okay, let's start off with the top part. And then we'll glue as we go. Kind of pushing it down to help spread the glue a little bit more. Now we're going to kind of backtrack, so to speak, go this way. Next Tuesday, my granddaughter will be, oh, congratulations. That's always exciting. I bet you're beside yourself waiting. It's always fun for the babies. Trim this up a little bit. I'll probably glue some down on there. This part right up here. Let's get her glued right here. I guess I didn't glue that part. Does your granddaughter already have a name, or are they waiting until they see her? Because I know sometimes that's like when I was having mine. Sometimes I had some names in mind, but until I saw them, I didn't feel like I could pick the name. All right, I cut you. Why didn't you fall off there? I figured this would be the part that took the longest, so I wanted to make sure we did this first. Thank goodness for FaceTime. She's not local. I thought maybe they were local. Looking good, I think. It's got like little edges, so I'm trying to get it so it looks just like the hat. I thought about an X-Acto, and I thought, no, that sometimes doesn't cut very smoothly, so I didn't do that. I figured I'd be better off with scissors, and I think I made the right decision there. So here we have our hat so far. There's a little bit of a curve right here. Can I get it? My daughter wanted me to videotape both of her babies being born, and that was so exciting. I know when my daughter had her first child, I was in there with her, and her blood pressure kept dropping, and they wound up basically putting her on her head and that. I mean, they literally took the bed and flipped it so she was literally head down to the floor. I don't know if they do that anymore, but okay, just a little bit of glue here, and we can move on from the hat. Now, one right there, too. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for hopping in. We are doing a witch ghost. And I got this from Renee's Chalk and Craze. do need to trim that, I think. This piece right there. Okay. So here's our hat so far. Aw, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. And what I want to do is now I'm going to use some I almost said maca. I don't know where that came from. But I'm going to use some marker to go and color the band. And of course, since I like purple, the band on the hat is going to be purple. And I am using Magnolia's metallic marker in purple. So here's what we have so far. And then we have the little, I'll put the little buckle all the way up here. We have the little buckle that's going to come on here. Okay, you guys can help me decide. Do we want to put it on up that way? Do we want to turn it that way? I like it both ways. I kind of like it this way. I think it gives it a more of a spooky-ish vibe. Yeah, I think I like it that way. And we're using the same, only the Magnolia marker, only we're using it in silver. So how's everybody's week been going so far? Today is windy as it's been out there. I was thinking of the Wizard of Oz. Go with it. It's like, okay, gonna be so windy, everything is gonna take off and take flight. I think I dropped a little bit of glue there. Now I got silver on my fingers. I like the hat. I think it looks pretty cool. If I do say so myself. Now, usually, you know, you do the ghost and the big things first, but I thought, you know, I got a little more detail in some of the other stuff, so we're going to do those first. I'm going to put that over here because we're going to go to our broom next, because I want to do a little something to the broom. Let me get my little palette board out here. I say that, but my fingers don't want to move. I thought it looked pretty good. So far, so good, right? I'm going to use Deco Arts Milk Chocolate. I'm going to put some of that on here. And I have some Chestnut by Apple Barrel. We're going to use, we may use some of that. So I'm just going to put a little dab will do ya. And I'm probably not going to, there's not that big a difference in the color. Kind of very faint like. But it's not going to matter that I'm painting all this, even though we're going to probably cover some of it up. And if I didn't tell you, I did get the material in Walmart. Even though we're going to be doing some stuff to the broom, I am going to paint it all. Just in case what we're doing to it kind of shows through. It has like little spots where you might be able to see through to the wood. It's colored. Now I don't have to paint this down, this piece down here, because it's going to stick in the stand. Hi, Ruben. But I'm going to do it anyway. We are doing a witch ghost, Ruben, and I didn't do the ghost yet. I did do the witch hat. And here's the witch's hat. I do see I could trim up a little more on there, but we can do that in a little bit. Now I'm just taking this and trying to edge a little bit on here. We'll see if we can get the effect I'm looking for. Have you painted your sign yet, Ruben? Just being curious, because I would love to see it when you do. We may take some, I can see a little bit. Can y'all see on the handle? Dry it and see if y'all can see it. Might add a little bit of black in there too. Not much, just a little. Thanks, Ruben. I appreciate it. Grabbed the wrong bottle. What the what? I'm used to the little bottles or the Dixie Belle bottles. I'm not used to this one, and I grabbed the wrong one. Dang, damn it. That's all right. Now, I want a smaller brush. Smaller. Well, that one kind of globbed over a little bit, but that's okay, because some of the brooms have some of these spots. You can either paint over it, come back with some water and thin it out some more if you needed to. Or like I said, you can paint over it if you don't like the little like glob area. I'm calling it a glob, a big spot. But I know sometimes your like wooden pieces from a broom and that has different tones in it. So we're going to try with our black and see how that looks. Not yet. Okay. I'm sure you'll share once you do it. I hope. So there's the broom handle so far. Let's cap that just so I don't stick my finger in it like I just did. We're going to stop there for a minute and we're going to take some little, this is actually off of like a decorative broom type thing, and we're going to put it on here. That's the plan anyway. I know I'll have to do a little bit of trimming on here, and I'm okay with that. But I like a lot of these cutouts in that, and I thought, you know, let's give it some dimension, a little something something to it. Now it does have a piece that's going to go right up above where the broom, like where you would take like some jute and tie it around the broom. So that's the only reason why I'm not taking it all the way up here, but we will put some up there. Because I want to make sure that the piece, which is right here, will glue on there without all the extra. Hey, Ken. This is a little bit of work because I could just glue it all on there in a clump, but I kind of want to keep some of the separation like they have on here. So that's why I'm trying to do it a little more individually. And I also have to make sure that I don't glue where the piece goes into the board with a bunch, because then it's not going to want to fit down into the stand. We may take some, spread it out a little bit, and see if I can still glue. Let's glue a bunch up here and see if I can still get it to spread. The other bad thing is with me doing this, I'm getting all kinds of glue all over my fingers. But it's fun, y'all. See if we can get a little more in here. You know, I wish they'd let us sometimes play. I know some people do play music in the background. I do miss doing that sometimes when I'm crafting. How many on here when they're crafting and they're not on their lives play music? Anybody? You do? Do you have any favorites that you listen to, Lisa? I like a lot of 80s rock. I don't mind some country. And I do like Teddy Swims and a few others. My TV is on when you clap. That. Hi, Missy. Welcome in. Your TV's on when you crap. I couldn't spit that out. It was like tongue-tied. I was just asking how many people listen to music when they're crafting, when they're not on their lives and that. All right, let's trim her up a little bit. Cutting it over my bucket, that part anyway. So those that are just jumping on, hi Shyla, we're doing a witch ghost, and I already did the hat. And now we're doing the broom. We did not do the ghost because I'm doing it backwards. I do want to see, what color should I make this? You know, I wonder if I have, what the heck, we did a little metallic. Let's do a little metallic for the broom too. Let's see what that turns out like. Why not, right? Let's make sure I'm doing it the right way. Okay, I do need to trim this little piece up here though, because I want to make sure it will glue there. Make sure something's coming out. We might not be doing it. It could be all used up. There it goes. As I say, I don't remember using it. Well, it started to, and now it's not. What the hey? I haven't looked. Is there, those that have gotten the grabby markers off Amazon, do they have metallic ones? I want to say I think they do, but I don't remember. I know some of you on here have gotten the grabby markers also, but I don't know if y'all had looked either. I'm wanting to say they do, but I'm not 100% sure. So I may be getting me some. Let's dry this one up. All right, let's get our glue. I'm going to use this glue. I think Ken was trying to say hello again. Not quite sure. But that's what I'm guessing. So here's our broom so far. We're going to put just a little bit up here where it's coming out. And I think I can take these and let's trim it down a little bit. I just want to give it some dimension. So I thought, why not? Right? These are going to be kind of long because I'm going to trim them after the fact. Because I want to get them on here. I can't remember either. For some reason, I'm thinking they might, but I'll have to go back and look. I really like the markers. They're really good markers. All right, let's trim this because we may still be using some of this up here. Maybe enough, we'll see. What do y'all think? Let me know if you think it needs a little more or not. In the meantime, let's get this out of the way. Let's get these over here. You know, since we've been doing things kind of backwards, let's go ahead and do our cat and our bats and go from there. Ugh. Couldn't reach it. I'm getting paint all over myself, y'all. I gotta think, what color do we want to make the cat's nose? I don't know if you can hear the phone that just went off, but it's a message for Ken for our trial this weekend. So I know what color I want to do his eyes, but I'm not sure what color I want to do his nose. Any suggestions? Let me paint very carefully because I want his eyes to be perfect. So I'm painting around his eyes. Now remember, this is a Halloween cat, so now I want to make sure his nose doesn't get hit by my paintbrush. So I'm using a smaller one. Any color for the nose, y'all? Do we want to do a pink? Or do we want to do a different color? I just did my tape board, so now it's all like sticking. And it's not going to matter that we paint over the bats here because that's where I'm putting the bats that are above him. Tina, are you here? You have cats. Lisa, do you have cats? What color do we want to do the nose? He's a black cat, so I don't know. Do they have pink noses? I'll be honest, I don't know. Have no clue. Alright, what color did I decide? I think it's this color. What color do we want to do the cat's nose? Do black cats have pink noses? He is a Halloween cat. Yes, you do have cats, Lisa. I figured you might, but I wasn't gonna assume. I'll show you what color I'm doing his eyes if you can't see it. It's one of the greens out of the Grabby markers, so his eyes look like that. So, I'm not sure what color I want to do his nose. I can do pink. We do have pink. But I don't think I want to do a pink, a real pale pink. Maybe this color pink. They have a brownish black noses. Well, in that case, what do I have here? They call this like a brown, but I wouldn't really call it a brown, but it'll do, so we'll do that. My glasses, because just in case you don't know the markers I'm talking about, these are the ones I'm talking about. Hi Sherry, how are you? I love those markers, but I need to see if they have them in metallic. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. So here's our cat so far. We kind of went backwards. Instead of doing the ghost first, we did everything but the ghost so far. It's a witch ghost. And I went backwards. I did the hat on the witch so far. Let's go ahead. Oh, before I do that, I want to take a little bit of my Distress Oxide Lost Shadow and put a little bit on our cat. But I'm kind of trying to wipe this off some, because I didn't think there was anything on here. And the other brush that I had that I was using on the Lost Shadow, I misplaced it somewhere. Go figure, right? They do have metallic markers. Oh, cool. Good, because I'm going to have to get me some. Since he's a spooky cat, we're going to do a little bit of the Lost Shadow around his edges. Just to give him a little something something. So he looked like that. Hi Gail, how are you? welcome on in. Gonna get it on his whiskers too, up around his ears. I want to do something else. I think I want to add something to his ears. It needs something. I wonder. Let's try, just because. Nope, that's the wrong end. See, on that set I just showed you, got a real thick tip and a real thin tip of the same color. I have nothing running. No, ma'am. And I hope your iPad's not getting ready to explode. You could hear I have airplanes going over above quite a bit here today for some reason. You could be hearing that. They're very loud today, very loud. Okay, I think that still should make it. I don't know if there's something going on over at the airport or what, but they're really going loud today. Don't move. I might hold off on that one for the moment because we may decide to put him somewhere else too. I don't know. You can put him on the cat, but that could be what you're hearing. It's not the airplane. No, I don't have anything running. And just to make him a little bit different than the cat, so he stand out a little bit more, you can take a guess what I'm putting on the bat. I'm sure y'all can guess. So there's my cat so far. Let's move our board out of the way. Bring our ghost up here. I have nothing running. Not no dryer, not no washer, not no music. Have ringing in my ear. Is that what you're hearing? I don't know. And there's a dog barking outside, but other than that, nothing running. So I don't know, y'all. Where's my... Let's try this. I wish I knew what y'all were hearing, because I don't hear nothing. Nothing, honey. Guess who needs some white paint? The only thing that, like I said, the only thing that I was hearing is the airplanes going over. Because they've been real loud today. They must have changed flight pattern or something. I don't know. Now that almost is like a loaded question. It's kind of static. I don't know. About your refrigerator running. That reminds me of when you were a kid and calling people. If it's running, go catch it. Nope. I don't know, y'all. Hi, Jackie. Sounds like I'm frying something. Not unless we really do have ghosts here. None of that's going on. Now y'all got me kind of like, what the heck? Because I don't hear it. Oh, I'm sorry you're having a hard time commenting. Well, you are very clear, so it isn't affecting your live. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. Spooky. I'm going over some of the spots where it's already started to dry. I'm sitting here, what are they hearing? I don't know if I'm getting it all, but we'll see. On the edge out there. Because if Karen was on here, she'd be fussing at me about not painting my side. Because sometimes I don't like to paint my sides. I like the edge. But since he's going to be standing, we're going to go ahead and paint them. And then I'll give it a chance for the rest of it to dry. I can't even blame the noise that y'all are hearing on Ken because he's not home. Now you might hear that. If you hear that, that's the pup barking. I don't know if you can hear her or not. They are good watchdogs. They hear anything outside, doesn't matter. Car, person, whatever. And now somebody's howling. All right, y'all, knock it off. Tigger! I know I'm going to have to go over this a little bit. I'm going to have to play this back just to see if I can hear it. What are they hearing? I think it's all in y'all's head. Y'all are just hearing it. Because I don't hear it. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Now it just makes me wonder, like, what could it be? And now every time I say something, I'm thinking of songs. Hi, Joanne. Groceries are important. We did The Ghost is a Witch, and we did the Witch's Hat already. That was one of the first things I did because it was going to be a little more detailed. And we did the broom, and we just got done doing the cat, and now we're doing the ghost. And we're doing spooky, and some people are hearing static and I can't hear it. So now I'm like, do I have a ghost in something? Ooh. Haunted. Spooky. What was I saying earlier and it came out like it was some foreign person? I don't know what the word was that I was saying, but I was like, where'd that come from? You are painting? Maybe he did. I don't know. The one that they were asking if I was running something, Tina said it sounded like I was frying something. I'm like, no. First of all, if I was, just so y'all know, if I was cooking or frying something, it would not be during my live unless it was like in a crock pot. I'm a little too anal about that stuff. I'd be afraid I was back here in the room and all shenanigans are going on out there, and I don't want that. I didn't do the edges. Dang it. Alright, I need to take this. There's a big gob right here. And since I took some off there, we'll touch over there. There's a little bit of a gob right there, so let's make sure we get those. So, I know I want to do something in here to give him a little more dimension, but I can't decide which one I want to do, because I could take a little bit of, yes, our Dragon Glaze. I could do that and just put it in the line so he has a little glimmer. Or I do also have where it's not as glimmery like the bats, and this is the different one, so it's not exactly like that. But this is ultrafine glitter paint, and it has like a little bit, let me see if I can show you. It looks like it's real purplish, but when you move it, and it would just be very thin, like that on there on the lines. Could do that. Or I could take my Tim Holtz and just add a little bit of color in there. Not the white. I'm thinking that kind of like a dirtyish ghost and have like maybe ground espresso or something. What do you all think? I know I threw out a bunch of options there, but because I don't want to use just use the black or something. I want it to have a little something something. You know what I mean? And I can't decide. I also could use in the Tim. We do have black soot, which I don't really want to do. We do have scorched timber and a few other colors if we wanted to use distress. What do y'all think? While y'all are thinking about that, we're going to scoot the ghost up a little bit. And we're going to take some of our whatever I have left of my gel paint. And I don't have to do everything because this is going up on top of it. Do I even have any in here? Oh, do I? Took way too much, but that's okay. Because I'm going to take, Tina says use Tim. I mean, if we did do some of the, like the Dragon Glaze or the other one with a little bit of the purple hue to it, it would kind of go along with the cats. I mean, not the cats, the bat. Because we do have a little bit on there of the Dragon Glaze on the bat. I'm just trying to make sure that's all out of the little crack there. I hate when stuff gets in the crack. Just saying. Tina says Tim. Anybody else have an idea or a suggestion? And I'm just staining this because I didn't want a color on here. I just wanted it to be kind of natural. Wood. Are you laughing at my crack comment? So see, it'll look like that. Glaze, use the glaze. Okay, we can do the glaze, and it would just be like a little bit of it. And I thought, since the bats I use the violet, purple, green shift. I thought for just like a little bit of lines in there, we could use the blue-green shift if we were going to do that. All right, now I got to make sure. Yes, I want to make sure I was doing this the way I wanted to. So for anything that I really want to stick really well, if I don't use the Star Bond, I like to use the Stick Fast. Because I like the way it just kind of holds it really well. And sometimes I also use my glue gun also. And this pretty much holds almost as fast as Star Bond, if not the same, in my opinion. Alright, so since we're going to use some of the glaze, let's scoot that along. I need my finer. Make sure I grab the right one. Yes, this is the one with the green in it. Find a clear spot. Hope my hands be steady. As soon as I get a couple on, I will show you. I think it'll give it just a little something, but not like if I use like black or something to really accentuate the lines. This is going to be a little more subtle than like black or Tim. Any of Tim's, unless I used the Lost Shadow, which we may try to put a little bit of the Lost Shadow around the edge of the ghost just to see. As soon as I do this side and this last one here, I'll pick it up so you can see. And then it gives it a little spooky shimmer. Can y'all see it? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I think that was a good choice, Lisa. Because when you're sitting here and I'm seeing it, it gives it a little bit of shine and glitter, a little bit. And we still may go over and put a little something else on it. Haven't decided yet. We'll see. Can you hear a little bit out there barking? Sometimes I call her the mouth from the south because she loves to bark sometimes. She's as cute as can be, and I know y'all haven't seen them in a while. All right, Teeter. No, it's not a mold. It's a wood cutout, and I got it from Renee's Chalk and Craze. When we were out at our crafting event, they brought some out there. Tigger! Boy, they're full of it today, too. But I know she has it on her Etsy. Renee's Chalk and Craze. I believe it's .etsy.com. You hear her? Me too. They're being noisy today. I don't know if somebody's outside and they can hear them, or if the mailman comes. Sometimes he'll park right at the corner by our house, and then he's constantly slamming doors, and they have to let you know that they're in here. So sorry about that. Tigger! He's the one who he don't bark, he howls. No, that's Tigger. That's Tigger howling. That bark is Teeter. He don't bark. Tigger don't bark. He does the howl. Rip stays quiet. And we have a Rottweiler, and she stays quiet unless somebody's up on the porch or something. Then she'll let them know that, hey, I'm in here. All right, what do y'all think? Can y'all see it? I hope. I'm going to try this just to see if it does anything. Now, trust me, if they were in dire straits, I would be out there in a heartbeat. I'd be asking y'all, hang on, please. Yeah, I think the ghost needs a little. I think that's going to help. I'm one of those mamas, and Tina knows, because Tina and I have known each other for a lot of years. She showed dogs. We used to go traveling together and that, but I can say she's the same way. One thing you don't mess with. You don't mess with my family, and you don't mess with my dogs. Or any of my animals if I had others. Thanks, Judy. Next time Ken's home or he goes on, I will, since y'all haven't seen them in a while, I'll show you Miss Teeter and even Rip. I think when was the last time y'all saw Teeter? Was she still a puppy? Might have been. Oh, y'all, I forgot a line. How in the world did I do that? Oh, my goodness, that one's too big. I just saw it. Keep that there just in case. I think going around with the Tim too helps to give it a little more something. I can't wait to finish putting it together because we got a couple things with dimension on, like a dimension on it, so I'm excited. Whoop whoop. Do you think we need to add any more Tim to here? Yep, that's me. Don't mess with them. Let's see if I just kind of go a little bit alongside here. And then y'all can tell me. Now somebody's riding one of those scooters out there. I'm still trying to figure out what y'all were hearing. See, I put a little there. Should I do the rest, you think? Yeah, I think maybe we should. I'm going to swap up, though. I want to use... No, I don't have it there. Never mind. I thought I had a smaller one, but I don't. So we'll just use the edge of here and just kind of go around. You know what? I'm going to try something. I've never done this before. Has anybody used a brush before? I'm going to try it. I've never done it. It does it. I think it needs to be just a tad bit sturdier. But it's doing it. Thanks. Okay, was take care of hubby. Now my full attention is on you, I think. Aw, thanks, Sherry. You missed all the singing of the pups. And we were talking about, I was talking to say, somebody thought maybe she was crying, but I said, no, that's the one male, because I have Tigger, who's a male, and Rip, who's a male. Rip usually stays quiet, but Tigger doesn't bark. He does that howling, so it kind of sounds like he's like somebody's whining. And I was saying, no, if they were, I would be saying, hold on, please, and go out there and see what was going on. And I said, that's one thing you don't do. Don't mess with my family and don't mess with my animals. You have used a brush? I think this might be my first time using a brush. But I could be wrong. I could go back and you'll say, watch a past one and say, you fibbed. You used one before. Best to my knowledge, I don't think I have. So what are y'all having for dinner tonight? Somebody on here asked me what I was having before the live, and I just chuckled because it's like, I have no clue. Probably a salad, but I don't know for certain. Not 100% on it. Know what I do want? Oh, have you all done those sheet pan meals before? Like where you get shrimp and sausage and cut up some potatoes, and like you could put squash in there, like zucchini and yellow squash and that. I want one of those. That sounds so good. And we usually do it on either the grill or if you have like a Blackstone. Sausage pasta, that's what you're having. I'm going to put a little more around his eyes, because I want them to be kind of more dramatic. We're almost done, y'all. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I hope this turns out. My vision for doing all this dimension to the stuff. All right. I think we're done. Now for the Let's move that out of the way. Here is my broom, y'all. That didn't get to see it. Here is our hat that you didn't get to see. And now the hat is supposed to go up here on our ghost like that. So we're going to take, let me see. How do I want to do that? Well, first I need to decide. Do I like it straight across or do I like it tilted? I think I know what I like, but I'll show you all. We could go straight across or we could do tilted. One way or the other. I'm thinking I like it a little tilted. That's what I'm thinking. I know I asked y'all and now I'm just doing my thing. Oops. Teeter. Teeter, teeter, pumpkin eater. Aw, thanks, Lisa. What? Oh, come on, you comment. It scrolled up and now it won't come down. There it goes. I just did some soup and buttered bread for Angel. I'm too full from lunch to eat. Oh, what'd you have for lunch, Sherry? Something good? Tilted? I can't eat potatoes anymore. Raise my sugar. What I found what works for me is if I eat a little bit of something, that'll raise my sugar. If I go and try to walk, and I've worn a path in my backyard before, if I walk several times around, it brings it down. Yes, she's a ghost witch. All right, I think we got that. Now, I may have to glue it in here, but we shall see. I think this one goes here. Maybe not. I have to, oh yes, it does. All right, I gotta look at the cat. The cat might go behind the ghost a little bit. Yep. Y'all! Because I can't get it. It won't go in if I... Well, that was not good. Teeter, please stop! Y'all saw what I just did. Put it right in the paint that I moved away. I'm going to have to glue this, I'm sure. But if I put I can't put the cat right out in front because the tail gets in the way. So he's going to sit back there like that if I don't knock him down again. And I know why the broom's giving me a little bit of something because I need to trim it up. But I was also thinking, and I think it ain't going to work. I was thinking about adding a pumpkin onto the end of here, but it's way too big, so that ain't going to happen. But what do y'all think? Oh, we do have another bat. Where do we want to put the other bat? We could put it on the ghost. Nothing special. I had banana and peanut butter. Was it a banana peanut butter sandwich? I believe Elvis used to like. Because I've actually tried it. It wasn't too bad. Maybe someone is out there and they need help. Nobody can get into the house. Not even Kenny, because I lock it from the inside. My bet is somebody's out in the neighborhood or the mailman's out there and that's what they're hearing. I tried that and I don't think I can get him in there, but we will see. I think he's too long for this side. The slits are a little bit slightly different, and this one is just perfect. I don't know if I can see, even if I try to, let's try, here, I'm reversing it, duh, I had it wrong way. You know what? I need to trim these just a tad. Thanks, Gail. It wasn't about putting them anywhere on the other side. It's about putting it in the stand the right way. Goofball. Perfect! They're good. I like them. Ah, now I'm almost knocked them over again. So we got one more bat. We could have put them on the cat, but I think that would have been, because it could be like that. Or we can put them somewhere else. Do we want to put them on the cat, or do we want to put them somewhere else? Just so y'all can see. Right, turn the base around, Goofy. That's all I needed to do. Whoa, jeez, look. Man, and I can't hold anything for anything. Bat on cat or not. And while we're doing that, I'm going to try to trim this up a little bit. I promise you, they're fine. They just hear somebody. No, because I'm in the back of the house, so when I go into the back house, since I'm the only one here, I lock it from the inside too, so if Kenny comes home early, he has to wait until I'm done before he can get in. If they bust in, then they're going to be in for a surprise themselves. That's all I'm going to say. Just saying. On the broomstick, Tina says. So we could put, like, up in here. Is that what you're thinking? I haven't looked at it. Because I could put it down here. Ooh. How about choices? We could put it down here, or we could put them right there. I haven't had a peanut butter and jelly. Joanne says on Ghost's shoulder, which would be something like over in here. Yep, you got it, Sherry. So there's 3 spots. Ghost shoulder, and I haven't looked personally. Up here, down here. Now turn it and look. Broom. Toss up. Joanne says middle of the ghost or middle of the broom, because middle of the broom would be somewhere about right in here. I don't think I want to put them down here. It's got to be somewhere. I don't think I want to put them snap. I don't know. Put it wherever the white is behind it so it can be seen. So take the broom out. Yeah, because you're right. He kind of, you can see him on the broom, but he kind of fades into the broom. I think I'm kind of, I'll be honest, I think I'm kind of liking the first one where Joanne said put him up on the shoulder. Now they're saying middle of the broom. Y'all! I don't know. See, that's what, well, crud. I almost said something else. That's why I put the dragonfly on the bat, because I wanted to be a little bit stand out. Middle of broom. All right, I got 2 middle of brooms. Sherry said somewhere on the white. You know, I can always find another bat. I'm kind of thinking I like it on the ghost. You can tell it's a bat on the broom because the white is still behind it. All right, we'll put them on the broom, and then if I come across another one, we may put them up on the bat's shoulder. How's that? I think that's a good idea. he shows up. I could have tilted the hat a little more than I did, but I didn't. But there's my project, y'all. Now I get to go out and see what's they're carrying on about. If I could pull it up on my camera. I bet the mailman's out there, or was out there, and that's what was driving them crazy. I think if I find another one, I'm going to put one on the shoulder too, because I do like that. I think I like a bat there, but I also like the bat there. Thanks, Gail. I appreciate it. See, now they're quiet, so my guess is there was somebody that was out there that was bothering them. Because they are right in the living room area. But this is the project that I have for today. I appreciate each and every one of you being on here. I know I say it all the time, but it is true. You all are the highlight of my day. I love hopping on here and talking to each and every one of you. And, you know, even getting tips and tricks and sharing them with y'all, and y'all sharing them with me. I appreciate it. I will be on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but, you know, things are sometimes subject to change, as we all are like that when we're creators. Sometimes it's, yeah, we're doing this and that. Nah, I changed my mind. But anyway, well, if that's so, that's the low, well, he does. He goes all the way up and down. Sometimes he'll go back and forth because he'll have packages. Instead of putting them in some of them in the bag, he'll go up to a house or two, come back, slam the door, get another box and that, and go, yes. And then it depends, because we never always have the same mail person anymore. It's a different one every day. But anyway, thank you all for being on here. I appreciate y'all. Here's some hearts for you. Love ya, and y'all have a good rest of the evening, everybody. Bye. Take my glasses. Need to see. Have a good evening.